Who are you and where are you from?
Matthew McKinnon from Summerside, PEI. So it's a 1961 Beetle. Other than that, it's just a standard Beetle. Probably 2 years. I mean, I've only had the car for 2 years. I never was a Volkswagen guy. I've always been a Mopar guy. We have a 68 Dodge Dart, or my father is a 68 Dodge Dart, and I had an old Dodge Ram Charger. So I bought and sold a few cars, and then a few years ago that came up and I wanted a classic car of some sort, and it was something I could afford. And then I just kind of went from there. It snowballed from there, and I started spending the money and got addicted to modifying it. So it's a 1961 Beetle. Other than that, it's just a standard Beetle. It's a 1776. So when I got the car, it had a 1641, which is like a 1600, just bored out a little bit. It was pretty tired, so I built the 1776 over my winter break from university. So it's a 1600 dual port block, bored out, fully forged bottom end in it, and then Engel 110 cam, Cadron 40 carburetors. I put an alternator on it, a 90 amp alternator. Other than that, I put a serpentine belt system on it. That's about it. It's about 110 horsepower, how it sits.
Okay.
California Air Cooled Vintage Works makes them, but they're a BRM wheel. It's very authentic to the period. This is called the cowl look kind of style of doing a Beetle. Yeah, so they're from Coker Tire. They're a radial tire, but they're a bias look tire. So they look like an old bias ply tire. But they ride like a new tire, which is nice. They don't flat spot like the old.
Yep. New technology and everything else.
Exactly. Favorite part? I don't know, driving it. It's just such a fun driver. It's the right amount of power. And I put a new transmission in it, a rebuilt one, and put a short shifter in, a Geenberg 40% reduction shifter. So it's a lot of fun to drive. It's fun to own, but I don't know, it's really a fun car to drive.
That's awesome.
So the next thing, about a month ago, I was rear-ended. So I had the passenger side rear fender painted and my deck lid painted. So I haven't gotten around to ceramic coating the car, buffing the car out and getting it 100%. So that's the next step. And then seat belts is also one of the next steps.
Yeah, I overheard you talking to somebody. So this vehicle, no seat belts.
No seat belts and no seat belt mounts in 61. So there's a billet mount that I'm going to have to purchase and put on the car, and it's a little bit of a job.
Safety is important.
Safety is important, yes. Next, I would like to build something with a little bit more power. So I was thinking about doing a 1914. So the 1914 is the same stroke as the 1776. So it's the same width engine. Okay. It's a Boxster 4-cylinder, right? So if you change the width of the engine bay is only so wide and you have to cut. So I want to keep the stock stroke. So if I go to a 1914, I have to go to an aftermarket block. I would probably keep the same cylinder heads, just I would have to buy new ones for the right bore. Yeah. But same cam. I really do like the engine setup, but a bigger bore is going to give me a little bit more low-end torque in the car. It really struggles low-end. Anything less than like 2,500 RPM, it doesn't really like. Gotcha. So. Yeah, I am a Mopar guy, so I've been daily driving this for quite a while. I work as a student engineer for the municipal government in Summerside, so I would like a daily driver of some sort, so I'm looking into possibly getting another bug, something a little bit rougher, that I can kind of put the old engine parts I took off of this into and kind of just build a daily driver.